Hello everybody. Today I am going to talk about how you can protect yourself from corona infection. There are three main points you have to follow. You have to be paying attention to. First is you have to reduce the viral load which is going in your body. See, you cannot prevent yourself from getting coronaviruses in your body because when you go out in the shop or in a market for buying essential things, or you go in a bank or post office anywhere, so that time if some person around you is a carrier, and he may not be infected but he is a carrier, he doesn't know that he has viruses in him, but if he is speaking, then the fomites, they carry the virus. Fomite means small droplets which are coming out of his mouth and spreading in the air. These fomites do carry the viruses. When he sneezes or when he coughs, that time also these viruses are spreading around him. Similarly, when any infected patient, you are in a contact of an infected patient, that time also potentially there are many viruses around him. So what happens? Say, imagine that two enemies are entering your body. Your body has some soldiers to fight against the enemy. So only two enemies are coming inside. Your body will take care of them and destroy the enemy. But say if 1,000 enemies enter at a time, your body may not be capable to handle that uh, handle thousands of enemies. And if your body cannot kill all 1,000 enemies, then these enemies being the viruses, you are going to get the infection symptoms. So what you have to think that as far as possible, this viral load should be less. So different methods you have to follow so that more viruses do not enter your body and your body's own defense mechanism, your body's own soldiers are capable of taking care of small amount of viruses entering your body. So first of all, you have to use the mask. What kind of mask, that I will be telling you afterwards. But what mask does? Suppose you are wearing a mask and infected person is around you or the carrier is around you and there are viruses around you, but because you are wearing a proper kind of mask, instead of all viruses going in your respiratory system, only few of them will enter from sides or from front through the tiny hole, microscopic holes in the mask. So your body will not get much load of the viruses. Also, say that person, carrier person, has touched some surfaces. So, and then he had already sneezed, his hands have got the viruses. Now he touches some tabletop or countertop or the railings of the staircase or lift button. So these viruses are there now on these all surfaces. Now you go there, you touch that surface. So now your hand has got viruses now. Now suppose you are not wearing a mask and after some time you get tickle. You have to you get some tickling sensation and you scratch or you wipe your sweat, anything. So these viruses are now around your nose and mouth, and when you are breathing, these viruses are going inside you. If you are wearing a mask, so then whenever your hand is going your mouth, near your mouth, you feel that mask and immediately you take away your hand. You are then conscious. No, you don't have to touch your face anywhere. So that these are the benefits of wearing the mask. Then social distancing. As we know, at least 6 feet of distance should be there from the other person as far as possible, because we are not in, we are avoiding being near him and getting more viral load from him. Then, whenever possible, in your house, when you come in your house or when you're outside, whenever you see some basin or anywhere the facility is there for water or soap and water, immediately go and wash your hands more frequently. And while washing your hands, take care that you wash your palms, you wash these surfaces, dorsal surfaces, wash in between fingers, wash your nails, okay, and then wash these areas also. And how much time you have to wash? When you start washing your hand, start saying happy birthday to you song and complete that song. And go on rubbing your hands, take soap and go on washing till that song ends. Okay, that is the ideal time. Now another thing, after washing your hands or whenever you see disinfectant is available somewhere, take that is disinfectant on your hand. Ideally, it should be having 60% of alcohol, and the disinfectant with alcohol will kill all the viruses almost immediately. The bleach solution or Dettol solution also kills the viruses, but it takes some time, maybe 10 minutes. But alcohol based disinfectant will kill immediately. Then, whenever possible, you have to do mouth gurgles and you have to clean your nose, blow your nose, because these viruses you are taking out. You are not allowing them to go in your respiratory tract, upper respiratory tract or lower respiratory tract. So, for gurgling, if nothing special is available, gurgle with the plain water. But if possible, if you are at home or if anywhere it is possible, use a water with uh, enough quantity of turmeric. There is no specific measurement, but it should be enough, not tiny amount. Sufficient quantity of turmeric powder and also lot of salt. It should be salty water, and with that mixture you do the gargle. With the dropper you put solution in your nose. It will trickle from the back of your throat and then you can spit it from your mouth. You can do it if possible. If this water is, you don't want to use this water, then you can use dilute betadine solution for gargling, or you can use alcohol based mouthwash. Usually we don't suggest the mouthwashes with alcohol, but in current situation, alcohol based mouthwash is advised. And then you have to clean all the surfaces in your house and in your office whenever possible with the disinfectant solution, so the viral load is decreased and viruses on these surfaces are cleaned. Whenever you go out of the house, carry small cotton with disinfectant on it and keep it in your hand, and whenever you feel you touch somewhere, wipe your hand with that cotton swab. Okay, this all is for reducing the viral load. Second thing is increasing your immunity. Increasing immunity means increasing the number of soldiers in your body to fight against the viruses. First important thing is you need to rest for 8 hours. When you are resting, your immunity is building up. There are many things happening in your body when you are resting, when you are sleeping. It should be a sound sleep for 8 hours. And the and important time while you are resting is between 11 to 3 when melatonin is secreted, and you have to sleep during that time, and total duration in a day should be 8 hours. Then you have to eat high protein diet, because this immunity these antibodies, the soldiers, are made up of proteins. High protein diet means every day you should eat big. So if you are eating non-veg, then a big leg piece of chicken or a breast piece of chicken or two fish slices, thick big slices, or three eggs, one yellow and three white. If you are vegetarian, two big bowls of lentils or dal, uh, or sprouts, moong, matki, the sprouts, thick one, not the curry. I'm not talking about the curry. I'm talking about the solid material. So two big bowls or soya chunks, paneer, all these are proteinous substances. Then you have to eat lot of vegetables and fruits. They also help in building up the immunity. They provide the trace elements which are needed for the immunity. So lot of vegetables and fruits. Your lunch or dinner platter should be half filled, half portion should be with vegetables and fruits. And prefer to eat raw vegetables and fruits. If not possible, then cook them with less oil. You can take oil when you serve the things in the platter, but don't make it a waste by cooking it. Okay, don't cook the vegetables with the heated oil. Okay, then you have to take some supplements which are usually less in our diet. First one is vitamin D. If you are working in sunshine every day, there is no need, but otherwise, if you are most of the time, if you are in the house, then you have to take vitamin D, 1000 to 4000 international units per day. Zinc, 8 to 11 milligrams per day, and vitamin C at least 1000 milligrams per day. And also for increasing immunity, you can drink glass full of water with half teaspoon of turmeric powder with pinch of black pepper powder. That also helps in increasing your immunity. Then I will talk about the breathing exercises. Why you should do breathing exercises? Because you have to make your lungs and diaphragm healthy. Suppose you are going to get infected in future, your lungs should be prepared so that you don't suffer, you don't become breathless. Okay, so how you will do the breathing exercises? There are many ways, but you can do one. I am demonstrating you. See, you have to routinely you have to breathe with your stomach, tummy going in and out. Okay, you breathe with your chest going in and out only when you are in stress, you are running or in distress. But otherwise, normally you breathe with your tummy going in and out. So what you have to do first, you have to take out all the air that is in your chest. For that, you have to push your tummy in suddenly. Take your tummy in and that time blow out the air like this. Completely taken out all the air. Okay, I pulled my tummy in and I blown out all the air. After that, take your tummy out. That time, breathe in the air. So, first again I will show you taking out and then taking in. I have taken my tummy out and I have taken in the air, inhaled the air. So this you have to repeat for 5 minutes and you can do that twice or thrice in a day. And when you are healthy, that time only you have to start doing this breathing exercise. Okay. There are some other breathing exercises like Vipassana technique, but even if you do this, what I have shown you now, that is sufficient. Then you have to exercise. Exercise will increase your immunity. You have blood circulation and there is a heart which is pumping. which is a pump for the circulation. There is another system, lymphatic system, which doesn't have any pump, and it depends for its circulation only when you are moving your muscles. So exercise is very much necessary to circulate the lymphs, to have proper circulation in the lymphatics. Lymphatic system consists of the lymph vessels all throughout the body. There are lymph nodes in our neck, uh, below the mandible, above the clavicle, along the great vessels, in groin area, everywhere, and also the spleen. So this lymphatic system is very much associated with your immunity, and they produce the fighter soldiers in your body. So to keep your immune system active, you have to exercise. Okay, and you need these soldiers to fight with the viruses. So do exercise. And then uh, another thing for breathing exercise, I showed you. You have to blow out the air. I showed you it was you were blowing just like that. But if you blow inside the balloon, rubber balloon, which children play, so that blowing is against the resistance of that balloon, which gives more exercise to you. So instead of blowing, blow in the balloon, and so that will be giving more exercise. Or you can blow, you can take a glass full of water, put a straw in it, and then blow in that straw, blow in that water. So that will also give the resistance. And then another thing you have to follow is relaxation. You cannot panic. You don't have to panic in this situation, or even if someone is infected or if you are infected, keep calm. What happens when you panic? There are stress hormones released in the body like cortisol, and this cortisol has the tendency to decrease your immunity. So you have been taken care by the doctors, so you don't have to panic. Let doctors do their work. You remain calm to face the situation, but don't reduce your immunity by uh, getting stressed. So remain calm. Now I will talk about the proper kind of masks. This is N95 mask, which doesn't allow any air to go in directly from front, but you are not dying. That means you are getting some air from around the mask, okay, from around the mask, but the viral load is less, okay. If you breathe directly, viral load is more, but if you breathe from the sides of the mask, the viral load is less. Similarly, the triple layer mask, you see here, many times the mask when you put it becomes single layer. There is only design of stitching the folds, but when you put it becomes single layer cloth. That is not useful. When you put after that also, the mask should look like this, triple layer. See here, 1, 2, and each side third layer. So even after applying, it should have 3 layers. And you can also use the plastic shield on in above any of these masks. With the plastic shield, the air goes directly behind, so direct viral load is not coming to you, but you are breathing from the air coming from the sides, and so the viral load is less. About the mask, I will tell you. Don't need to use this kind of mask. If you cannot purchase, you can use any cloth from the house, but see to it that cloth is thickly woven. Cloth may be thick, but it is not thickly woven, tightly woven. Then it is of no use. That cloth should be tightly woven. Okay. I have seen some videos asking to use socks or inner hosiery material for making mask. No, that is not advisable. because these are not thickly, tightly woven cloth. So they are of no use. The viruses are going in and you get a false sense of protection. You are not protected. So any kind of design or anything, these are of no use. You have to check whether the cloth is thick and also tightly woven. It is not loosely woven. And that kind of cloth, 3 layers after putting. So you can take any such suitable cloth or scarf in the house and apply 3 layers and tie behind. That is also sufficient. But don't use such fancy mask with single layer and you don't know what kind of cloth it is or any fancy shape. You will think that, oh, this may be the good one because it has some this fancy shape, some elevation in between. But no, that is not a good mask because you don't know what the cloth quality is and also it is a single layer. So this all I wanted to tell you about how you can protect yourself from the corona infection. So stay safe and be healthy. Bye. Thank you.